Jungkook's unusual reaction to a simple BTS question leaves fans heartbroken in a world that never stops watching, where every breath becomes a post and every heartbeat turns into breaking news. There lives a man known to millions as Jungkook. Golden Magne. Main vocalist. Dance prodigy. Idol of idols. He is one of the most visible figures on the planet, watched, loved, dissected, and celebrated. But behind the camera lights and the polished performances stands someone else entirely. Someone quieter. Someone real. His name is Jungkook, and one seemingly ordinary afternoon, during a routine online interview, a single moment shattered the illusion that everything was okay. It began like any other fan engagement appearance. Jungkook appeared calm, collected, and as charming as ever. Sitting comfortably in a softly lit room, he responded to questions with his usual warmth, smiling easily, laughing softly, occasionally brushing his hand through his hair. Fans watching live were happy just to see him again. He looked healthy, even glowing. It felt like home, until it didn't. As the interview neared its end, the host leaned in gently with a final, casual question. If you could speak freely, they asked, what do you miss most about BTS right now? For a split second, nothing happened. Jungkook froze, just slightly, but enough. His lips parted, as if the words had formed but refused to leave. His eyes, just moments ago so bright, dimmed. Not dramatically. Not performatively. Just dimmed. A flicker of something passed across his face, and then he looked down. A second passed. Then another. He looked to the side, away from the screen, away from the world. His jaw tightened as he seemed to struggle between the urge to speak and the need to stay silent. Finally, in a voice barely louder than a whisper, he answered. I miss them, but things feel different now. That was all he said, but it was enough. The silence that followed felt deafening. The air around him had changed, no longer light or casual. There was weight behind his words, a gravity that couldn't be ignored. The host, visibly caught off guard, tried to transition the interview back to safer territory, but Jungkook's presence had shifted. His expression remained unreadable. His eyes no longer focused. He wasn't fully there anymore, not in that room, not on that screen. In that moment, the world didn't see the idol Jungkook, they saw the man. Global reaction, shock, worry, and a storm of emotion within minutes. The clip of his response went viral. Fans from all over the globe shared and reshared it, analyzing, rewatching, dissecting every second. His tone. His silence. The way his fingers absent-mindedly fidgeted, something he's known to do when he's anxious. Some noticed the subtle tremble in his voice. Others pointed out the slight redness in his eyes. Hashtags erupted across platforms. Hashtag protect Jungkook. Hashtag Jungkook is not okay. Hashtag we miss BTS. 2 millions poured out their emotions, some crying during live streams, others writing heartfelt threads or creating video essays to express their concern. The fandom had been through emotional moments before, but this felt different. This felt personal. This time, Jungkook wasn't just performing sadness in a song or expressing nostalgia during a speech. He was living it, raw and unscripted. Theories begin. What did he mean by things feel different now? Naturally, fans wanted answers. Some pointed to the obvious. BTS members are currently enlisted in the military, living separate lives for the first time in over a decade. Of course things feel different. Of course he misses them. But others read between the lines. Was this just about physical distance, or something more? Some speculated that Jungkook, as the only member promoting right up to his enlistment, felt isolated. Others wondered if there had been a shift in their brotherhood, if long periods apart had made their bond feel unfamiliar. A few fans nervously asked, had something happened behind the scenes? Was Jungkook disillusioned? Burnt out? Lonely? There were darker questions too, about pressure, about artistic control, about silence enforced by contracts. Was he feeling creatively suffocated? Had he been kept in the dark about certain decisions? Was he even allowed to speak freely? Looking back, BTS's brotherhood through the years. In response, fans began revisiting old memories, videos of BTS teasing Jungkook in hotel rooms, Taehyung wrapping an arm around his shoulder backstage, Jimin pulling him into tight hugs after shows, Jin proudly calling him our baby, RM standing beside him with a steadying hand when things felt too overwhelming. They were a family. A chosen one. So what changed? Subtle signs. A shift in Jungkook's behavior after the interview. Fans began noticing subtle changes. Jungkook stopped updating regularly. His Weverse posts grew infrequent. His Instagram account was wiped clean without warning. Even in fan-taken videos from public outings, like the gym or cafes, he seemed different. Focused, yes. But distant. Withdrawn. In one particularly painful clip, he walks past a group of fans who had waited hours just to see him. He didn't wave. He didn't smile. He kept his head down and walked quickly past. That moment broke hearts, because Jungkook, no matter how tired or overwhelmed, had always made time for his fans. His warmth wasn't just an image, it was real. Which made its absence all the more alarming. Experts weigh in. What Jungkook might be feeling. Mental health professionals began to offer insight. One psychologist explained that Jungkook's reaction, long pauses, forced stillness, gaze avoidance, could indicate emotional suppression. That he might be experiencing grief, not over someone, but over change. The loss of familiarity. The end of routine. The vanishing of shared laughter and spontaneous conversations. Another spoke of identity fatigue, a condition where individuals lose touch with themselves after years of public expectation. For someone like Jungkook, who has been in the spotlight since age 15, the weight of that could be overwhelming. He is adored, yes, but he is also exhausted. Clues in his music. Has Jungkook been telling us all along? Many fans turned back to his solo work, searching for meaning. In Still With You, he sings, was it a dream? I see you when I close my eyes. In My You, he confesses, the more I think about it, the more it hurts. Suddenly, those lines weren't just beautiful lyrics, they were coded messages. Prayers disguised as melodies. A longing not just for ARMY, but for the unity of 7 hearts that once beat as one. ARMY responds, a global movement of love, but ARMY doesn't sit back and watch their stars fall. Within days, love poured in from every corner of the globe. Fans launched campaigns of compassion, charity drives in Jungkook's name, digital banners of encouragement, billboard messages in Seoul, Tokyo, London, and New York. Messages read, "We're with you, Jungkook. You are loved. You are not alone. Take your time. We'll be here." Even children wrote letters. Elderly fans held signs in BTS cafes. Strangers became family. No demands. No expectations. Just love. Jungkook returns, a quiet, emotional confession. Weeks later, Jungkook finally reappeared, this time on a quiet Weverse live. His hair had grown a bit. His voice was soft, almost hesitant. He looked older, not in age, but in something deeper. Something life leaves behind when it asks you to carry too much. Then, he spoke. I'm sorry I've been quiet. I've had a lot on my mind. Things are changing, and change is hard. But I'm still here. I still love singing. I still love BTS. And I love you all. Please, just be patient with me. His eyes glistened, the chat box filled instantly. With hearts. With tears. With comfort. Jungkook didn't need to explain everything. He just needed to be real, and he was a star, still shining. Jungkook is many things. A singer. A dancer. A global icon. But more than anything, he's human. Vulnerable. Honest. And in that truth, he reminds us of ourselves. When he said things feel different now, he wasn't giving up. He was growing up, and growing up hurts, especially when the world watches your every stumble. But even stars need time to dim. Not to disappear, but to rest. So if you're reading this, Jungkook, we see you. We hear you. And we're not going anywhere. Take all the time you need. We'll be here when you're ready to shine again.